Welcome back to Mara and Jake's Magical Storytime podcast. Today you will hear a unique story, a tale from the magical courts when celestial spirits, who are never called, are asked to judge right or wrong in this case. Serathiel, the voice of the celestial sand. Or, as we know her, Sera has descended from the veil wrapped in light to stand in the magical courts. Before her is spring, summer, fall and winter, each shining in their own light, and each terribly unhappy. Let's listen in.
I was wrapped in light and Sera, had arrived. I waved my hand for the magical chime. The court was now in session. They had no one to speak for them, so I allowed each one to make their case. Spring wanted more time to bloom. Summer wanted longer light. Fall demanded space to breathe. Winter longed for peace without haste. They argued over months and minutes, colours and cycles. They wanted me to choose who gets more and who gets less. But I did not come to divide. You ask me to take your free will and bind it to my word. Yet each of you exists because of freedom. You are not broken. You are unwilling to move in harmony. My eyes turn to spring. Have you ever asked winter why she lingers? Or if she is simply tired of vanishing before her stories are finished? And then I went to summer. Have you considered that heat can scorch just as much as it can ripen? I moved to fall. You grieve the rushed harvests, but have you offered stillness instead of urgency? And finally I asked of winter, and you, hiding your gentleness behind ice. Is it protection or fear of being forgotten? The seasons were quiet. For once, the court was too. I stood in the centre of the court. My voice, a whisper and a wind. You each fight for more. But tell me, what of those who have no seasons at all? I watched as the seasons paused as they searched for the answer. There are realms where all four of you reign together, constantly. Lands where winter bites one morning and spring arrives by afternoon. Forests where leaves fall even as flowers bloom. Mountains that know fire, ice and harvest in the same breath. Those realms exist, but neither the human world nor the magical one may simply choose to live there. They must live with what they are given. I looked at each one of them with starlit eyes. You have the privilege of rhythm, of change, of legacy, and still you quarrel because you want more. But perhaps what you need is to share. And so I will declare, from this day forward, one shared day shall belong to you all, a day where spring's rain, summer's heat, fall's wind, and winter's frost arrive together. Let the world feel what you feel. Let them see your beauty and your burden. The seasons bowed, not in defeat but in awakening. And so, now I withdraw into the hush of stars. Remember this, we celestial spirits are but watchers, keepers of the currents of time and space. We do not shape the tides of your world, nor are we meant to judge its storms, no matter how grave they may seem. Balance is not about always getting your way. Sometimes it's about understanding you already have what others can only dream of.
The courts fell silent as Sera turned. Her final words, soft as moonlight, drifted behind her as she vanished into starlight. And so ends our tale of the day the stars were called to judge. A rare moment when silence spoke and the seasons listened. And once each year, when all four seasons meet in a single breath, the magical realm remembers. Balance is not merely maintained, it is chosen. Thank you for spending a little time with us today. We're so glad you joined the journey. If you haven't already, we'd love for you to become part of the MJ gang. Just like and subscribe to stay connected. Our podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts, and every listen helps us keep the magic alive. We love having you here, and as always, keep unlocking the magic.